The Tennessee Vols are red hot on the recruiting trail and building momentum to one thing that Josh Heupel absolutely must accomplish if Tennessee wants to be a national title contender. Hey, Lucas Panzica here from 104.5 The Zone and A to Z Sports. Tennessee got more good news on Tuesday, bringing in another round of commitments for the class of 2026, and that class looks better and better with each passing week this summer for the University of Tennessee. First, over the weekend, a handful of commitments headlined by three-star athlete Legend Bay. According to 247 Sports Composite, Bay also is a four-star for other recruiting services, but an athlete that can play on the outside, that plays Wildcat at quarterback for his high school, that just brings straight line speed, who Tennessee had to beat out Texas A&M and Mike Elko for the commitment of Legend Bay. That was already good news. And then on Tuesday, more good news came, headlined by a duo out of Jackson, Mississippi. They are linebacker TJ White and defensive lineman Darian Albert, both from the same program in Jackson, both of them four-star commitments. And we're starting to see a lot of the work that Tennessee has put in over the last year or so with these prospects coming to fruition, specifically with the class of 2026. Just in the last 24 hours alone, on the recording of this video on Tuesday afternoon, Tennessee has shot up 10 spots on the 247 Sports team recruiting rankings, going from 22nd to 12th in the country. Of course, this class overall is headlined by five-star quarterback Faison Brandon, and Tennessee is starting to build around him. Now, according to multiple reports from multiple reporters that cover recruiting on a consistent basis, the Vols are in the discussion for a lot more high-profile prospects coming down the line. One in particular is Tristan Keys, the five-star wide receiver that Tennessee is trying to beat out LSU to get. That would be yet another crown jewel for this recruiting class. Because let's face it, Josh Heupel recruiting at Tennessee so far in his tenure has been good. It has not been elite. And if there's anything that we know, even in this modern chaotic age of college football with players transferring left and right, you cannot contend for national championships unless you have an elite talent profile that puts you in the top 3 or top 5 at minimum of the country as it pertains to players that are moving on to the NFL, players that are as talented or more talented than their peers. Tennessee has got to be in that discussion with the likes of Ohio State and Georgia on a year-over-year basis in terms of recruiting to get to the point where they're considered national championship contenders. What this class is doing is building momentum to get back to that spot. And if Faison Brandon can continue to be this headline piece of the class that helps other players fall in line, then we'll see Tennessee continue to rise up those rankings and try to reload for a 2026 and beyond run that puts the Vols back in the national championship discussion. But there's no doubt the last week has been very positive for the Tennessee Volunteers.